Okay. I mean, it's good that you mentioned United there because let's go on to the race for Europe, right? Newcastle, Tottenham dropping points, Villa with a massive win
Oof.
over Newcastle, Brighton, Brighton and Liverpool are probably duking it out for the last spot for the Europa Conference League, and Brighton again massive victory over Chelsea. Liverpool will be playing
Massive?
later tonight, I guess,
Will
against
it be
Leeds,
considered
right?
massive?
Well, it's massive for Leeds because they're in a relegation
No, I mean
battle,
the Brighton victory.
and it's well, okay. I guess in the context of the opposition, we've talked a lot about Chelsea over the last week, guys. So let's not stick the knife
Yeah,
in
I
too
mean,
much today. Um, but I think we should probably celebrate Brighton a bit more rather than crap on Chelsea a little bit, because like Brighton flying high in seventh,
yeah,
Villa flying high in sixth. Villa on basically Champions League top four form ever
yeah.
since Unai Emery joined. But yeah, speaking of the Champions League, how's the Champions League picture playing out for you guys? We'll start with you, Russell.
Oh, sorry for the background noise. There's a bit of a lot of things going on in my place. Yeah, the
That's
well,
that's cool. No problem.
nobody's guaranteed anything at the moment. It's so tight
Hmm.
there. Like Brighton, after coming off a ridiculous VAR call against them last week, they should have gotten 3 points
Hmm.
against Spurs, but now
Hmm.
they got a victory against Chelsea, keeping up that the charge for European football. Even Villa, you see, like
Hmm.
no now all the teams are at this stage of the very crucial period of the league where everybody has something to fight for. Like I
Hmm.
think Villa is on some crazy win streak.
Except for
I think that
Chelsea.
and maybe we're not talking about it. They're not part of this. This conversation, like they are far behind. So um like Villa is speaking. Wow, the way the football they're playing, dismantling
Mm.
Newcastle. No, Newcastle has been solid defensively the whole season. I
Hmm.
think they have yet to concede more than three. I don't think they. I think this is a second time they conceded more than three. I don't think they have conceded more than three much this season.
Hmm.
They're like I think they have the United now have overtaken them the most clean sheets, but Pope is on 13, I guess. So they built their team on as a defensive team, and Aston Villa just dismantled them. That's how on form Villa is, and I
Mm.
won't be surprised they make it for to get Europa League football. Unai Emery is a tactician. You can see the way he set up, and once he goes 1-0, 2-0 up,
Hmm.
he's not gonna let it sleep. He knows what he
Mm.
needs to do. There's a reason why he has won like the trophies he has won because he is a reputable manager. He knows what it takes at the highest level. And you can see the Villa players have bought into this philosophy and they're playing out. They're playing very
Hmm.
good football. No, even though some people say it might be boring, but if you get the results and the team is disciplined in the structure you play your game, the results will come. And Villa is
Hmm.
reaping the rewards of all this.
On that point, actually, Russell, like you mentioned Newcastle and their defensive record, right? Here's some nice stats for you. Even after that 3-0 pummeling by Aston Villa, Newcastle still have the best defensive record in the entire Premier League. They've only conceded 24 goals all season. They've scored 48. Their goal difference sits at a very nice 24.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just and the second in the Premier League after them in terms of defense is Man City, who've
Mhm.
only conceded 28. So yeah, looking at then what happened with the race for Europe here, Farik, we saw Tottenham give up a last no, not even last, it was like 95th minute goal in their loss. Yeah, where do you think Tottenham go from here? Do you think top four is still achievable for them, or it's the with the whole Conte saga still hanging over them in some way? That's going to be a hangover that's going to last for a while. But yeah, where does Tottenham go from here?
As someone used to say, like this is the history of the Tottenham. So it's
Lads, it's Tottenham.
it's it's tough to say. It's weird, this Tottenham team, because if I were to bring up like any random player from Tottenham, and I ask you, is this a good player?
Mm,
You most probably say yes. Harry Kane,
mm,
yes. Son, yes.
yeah.
Ivan Perisic, yes. Hugo Lloris, yes. But they're so wishy-washy in terms of form. Like they can click one moment and then just be totally in a mess the next moment. And I honestly wonder if what's missing is that they don't have the right kind of manager for them. Uh, you would think that Conte
Mm,
is that kind of manager because of all the accolades that he's won, but I don't
mm,
know whether it's the egos in the team
Mm.
or is it the characters, because you know that as as uh, a, a group of people with diverse skill sets, they gel well. We've seen them
mm-hmm.
generate results this season. So I guess it all comes down to getting the right manager, I guess. But then again, who's going to be the right manager for them? Uh, Conte,
I
obviously.
think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mm. No, no, no. I mean, like when you say the right manager, I think that no matter what manager you throw at Tottenham, if you still have Daniel Levy as chairman, I think this is like the ceiling for them, fifth, sixth, around there. They're never going to get any higher than this because they have a chairman who is notorious for being, let's be kind, let's say value oriented. Than that, lads, it's Tottenham is a football cliche, and it's a cliche with truth to it, right? And yeah, I just think until they decide that they want to get rid of Levy as chairman, the shareholders, I think it's John, who's the majority shareholder in ENIC. Is it John Lewis? I forgot
Yeah.
his name. But like, unless he decides that like Daniel Levy isn't fit for purpose, then this is the only maximum that Tottenham are gonna achieve, if that.
I
So
gonna be
yeah,
very
Russell, go
controversial
ahead.
what I'm gonna say, right? But
Hmm.
Spurs will never prosper as long as Kane is in the team. Because
Ooh.
I feel honestly like Kane has been there. I mean I feel like he's there for his own it's like his own, like own accolades. He wants to capture all the individual accolades, and he doesn't even care about the team accolades. You can see like
Hmm.
if he was a player really motivated to do well, to capture like team accolades, but individual
Hmm.
accolades, he would have left Spurs, seeing how it was,
Hmm.
how the structure of the club is. He just looks like, okay, see, I'm here, I'm stuck here, I'm just gonna break. Like he doesn't mind moving. It's like if I move to another club, I have to challenge myself. I have
Hmm.
to rethink my game. Like now he's so comfortable because everything's built around him. In a sense, like
Hmm.
everybody play to Kane. Like if Kane doesn't play well, the team doesn't play well. But you cannot always rely on one player, and that player is like your captain. Your captain is supposed to be like, it's not about me. I don't need the individual
Hmm.
accolades. Like I feel like he's always stuck there. He's signing another 4-year contract. Does he not want to win anything? I don't know why people don't question this. Like, why are you so contented? You're a world class player, but you're okay with zero titles to your name. Zero. How's that? How's that? That's a wild thing to me. Like, I'm so confused. Like, if you're a very good player and you trust your ability, you want to move away, what? Away and try to capture those titles like Robin van Persie. Like
Hmm.
Kane is like, okay, I'm okay. I'll just sign another. They pay me the money. Yeah, sure. I will stay here, break the club records. Yeah, I try to get Golden Boot. The Golden Boot is not tied to Spurs. No, it's tied to him. So if he's getting Golden Boot, it's all
Hmm.
his accolade. When he retires, he's like, oh, 5-time Golden Boot or something, but zero titles, zero Audi Cup. We're not going to consider that as a title, but it's a bit wild to me. It's really, like it's a bit wild. A person doesn't want to achieve anything at a team level in football. When football is a team sport, not an
Hmm.
individual sport. So I'm like, I think they have to get. I think he has to move on. They have to rebuild the team, and
Hmm.
then like
Hmm.
I think they had an array of world class managers. They came in. If he can't be the
Hmm.
managers,
Hmm.
Mourinho, all winners, all serial winners, all
Yeah.
disciplinarians, and you can't say that
Well,
it's because of them.
serial winners and Nuno, but
No, I mean, okay, but Nuno, I think Nuno did well in Liga Nos.
Oh
No,
yeah,
did he
yeah, yeah.
win? Yeah, I mean, all of them won something. Pochettino,
I
I
joke
feel they
about
shouldn't have
Nuno.
let
Yeah.
shouldn't let Pochettino go. He was building something, But that's the problem with the board. They don't have the patience. Like how can you
Hmm.
like Pochettino brought them to the Champions League finals. A slump
And
in the
second,
following season. Yeah, a slump. Everybody goes through a slump. Like
hmm,
they had to stay with him. Like he had a vision of how to bring Spurs to the top level, but
hmm,
that's the thing. That's the Tottenham Hotspurs. Like the mentality is like, oh, not doing it, cut it, and try to bring on other players, other managers. They change their philosophy so many times. Four at the back, three at the back, five at the back. How are your players gonna
hmm,
react to that? So it's just Spurs for
hmm,
you. Honestly, I'll be a if I was a Spurs fan, I'll be super depressed. I wouldn't want to watch football anymore. That team really will give you depression. Certified, I tell you. I'm talking to some of my Spurs friends. They stopped watching football because of their team.
mm. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, strong, coming in strong there, Russell. But yeah, I think he needs to move if he wants to win a league title. Manchester United. Um,
No,
but yeah,
thank you.
you wouldn't want him at United.
Nah, I don't think he has that killer mentality. Okay. Nah, I want Victor
Oh,
Osimhen. And he's not hungry anymore. I don't
okay.
think he has that hunger. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Quick word about United, right? While we're on the subject that I brought up because me, 2-0 against Forest. As comfortable as they come, I guess. No dramas, even though another injury to the list. Is Sabitzer doing his groin adductor muscle apparently in the warm up. Yeah. So, United to finish third, Newcastle fourth, or the other way around.
Uh,
Farid, let's start with you. Yeah.
I think I would prefer Menu to win. To get third. I think that qualification game for Champions League is always a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
So just
Hmm.
to get the guaranteed spot is very important for the team, and also for the optics of it as well. Like the yes, Menu were challenging for the title for that split second, and then like dropped out almost immediately. But then by all uh means like all expectations coming into this season, Eric Ten Hag is actually overperformed the team.
Yeah.
Mm.
The fact that we're
Sorry,
still in like
Farid, quick fact check for you. All teams first to fourth all go straight directly into the group stage of the
Huh?
Champions League.
ah
There's no playoff now.
No, no. Okay.
However, this affects the seeding,
mm,
Oh,
okay,
like the
okay,
seeding of like so the whoever finishes fourth could end up in a group of death
yep.
in next season's
mm,
Champions League. But
uh,
yeah, sorry, just wanted to
yeah,
correct you there. But please
yeah,
continue.
yeah, no, yeah, because I yeah, totally forgot about that because I think they've changed the rules for qualification quite a bit over the past few years. But yeah,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
in I I think yeah, being third still bodes better for Man United because like yeah, yes, you get Champions League football regardless of the way, but then you kind of
Hmm.
want to be top of that chasing pack, like to show that
Hmm.
okay, we are really at that next step to
Mm-hmm.
challenge for the title. Like I said, Eric Ten Hag has overperformed with the team this season, and
Oh yeah, 100%.
like, getting third means that okay, then we just need to invest that bit more to get to the next level. Obviously the owners are still in flux now. We don't know whether it's going to be Glazers next season or it's going to be uh new owners. But
Qatar or
yeah,
Ratcliffe
Yeah.
or I don't know, some unknown investment group from the US that nobody has ever heard about, but apparently are
yeah,
worth
The
billions.
Glazers are
So
being
yeah,
greedy.
yeah,
The Glazers are being greedy. Yeah.
yeah. All that aside, but yeah,
that's consistent.
yeah, being third also attracts all these players that they will want to bring in your Victor Osimhen's, your or even like
Yes.
your Harry Kane's, your uh
Mbappe.
the that so the I pretty much for to go to the back to larger conversation of who's going to qualify for Europe. I feel like it's still Newcastle and Man United's to lose. I don't think the other teams
Mm-hmm.
are they are in good form, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch up. I mean, Spurs have
Okay,
obviously dropped off. Yeah, Brighton and Villa are in there, but then I feel like yeah, the momentum is with Man United and Newcastle still.
okay,
Yep.
cool. Russell, you agree with
I
that
mean,
that assessment?
United. Ten Hag's doing a crazy job given our how thin our squad is. We have one of the thinnest squads.
Hmm.
No, we only have like we have so much injuries. Like our back four, three of our like yesterday's game, three of our starting back four did not play. Are injured out. I
Mm-hmm.
think two of them, like maybe Varane and Licha, maybe will be out for the season.
For the
Shaw not
season,
too
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Dalot had to fill in
Mm-hmm.
at left back. And our squad is
Scored a
really
goal.
thin. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to go. What a goal though.
Mm.
Brilliant play.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, but
From.
yeah, I mean, talk like the squad alone, like for him to be doing what Ten Hag is doing what he's been doing with this squad, with players, it's not even his players that he wants. Not all of them is like the players that he would choose
Mm-hmm.
for his. It's just like okay, because he can't just come in and buy 11 players as I want all this. He has to make do with some of them, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's, he's gained a lot of respect, and a lot of the players have bought into his philosophy and his discipline. Like
Okay.
you look at him on the
Yeah.
touchline, I'll be scared to play, man. I'm scared to be scared to make a mistake. One loose pass, he's shouting, no, he's on the ass all the time. So you see the players they know what is
Mm-hmm.
required of them, even though and
Yeah.
players also now stepping up when they need to. Anthony, we talk about Anthony now.
Mm-hmm.
He's a how much 80 million, 90 million when we paid for him. Was not he has
I don't
not
know.
had a
Every
bad
time, every time,
yeah.
every time we talk about Anthony's price tag, it seems to go up, especially
I
when you
think it's
ask
80 and
like
90.
Eight,
I think I'm
80
not saying
million, yeah.
it's
yeah, but other fans will say
it was
150. I don't know
85
why.
million pounds, 85
Okay.
million pounds, 100 million euros. That was
Yeah.
his price. Yeah.
So so our key players like in Rashford, our key goal scorer this whole season, Rashford, out injured. Marshall just came back.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony has been having a very shaky start to his United career. But yesterday, you see, when the time for him to
Mm-hmm.
step up, he stepped up, created so
Mm-hmm.
much, took shots.
Yeah.
He never looked out of
Scared.
confidence. Even though when he plays, he
Yeah.
will take shots, even though the
Mm-hmm.
shots going wayward.
Uh,
Sometimes I get irritated, but
Actually, a
if
point to
I
that. What I realized when watching the game last night was that Anthony was sending the ball into the box with his right foot, which is super rare.
yeah, I was looking, yeah, I saw, I was like, okay, Ten Hag might. That's something I think Ten Hag might say. Because like professional
Mm-hmm.
footballer, no, you're not Robin. Bar Robin, Robin also
Mm-hmm.
still uses his right leg when he crossing sometimes, but when shooting's always on the left.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knows what Anthony's gonna
Yeah.
do. Yesterday he changed it up a bit. He brought it down the byline because every time he cuts in. Every
Mm-hmm.
if I'm a defender and I know how you play, I'll just show you inside. I show you out because you don't want to bring. But yesterday they showed him out and he still brought in some good balls in where I think Navas parried a few, missed like
Mm-hmm.
he went to missed out on a few United players. But yesterday Anthony was superb and his defensive
Okay.
work rate was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Just to wrap up the segment, race for Europe. Who is going to be taking the two Europa League spots and the Europa Conference League spot? Just quick prediction.
Mm,
So we've got your choices are Tottenham, Villa,
Hmm.
Brighton, Liverpool.
I I I would love to see Brighton in Europe.
Mm.
Although the caveat there is that if they do get Europe next season, I feel like their overall form might suffer due to more games.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
they have a good squad there, and I feel like they deserve European football.
Yeah.
Villa, off of just the insane comeback that they've had, yeah, I feel like they should be up there as well. Spurs, it's theirs to lose essentially, but yeah, yeah, out of the teams there, I feel like Villa and Brighton might be most deserving for like Europa League and Conference League.
Yeah. I think I
Okay.
agree with Farik
Alright.
totally. Like I think Liverpool is not gonna push for. After a while, they realize they can't push for the European spots. They will just relax
Mm-hmm.
because it can be a year of rebuilding for them. Like
Mm-hmm.
no European
They
football.
need to rebuild.
Yeah, they need. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they got very old squad, aging squad. So when they bring new players in, the lesson gives Klopp more time if he's still there to gel his players. So I think they might just say,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they want to play Conference League football. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I was like for United fan, if I was in this position Liverpool in, I would say do not push for that Conference League spot.
Mm.
Just let
Yeah.
it be because no point traveling to countries so out of the way and it's like it's just gonna be it's not very good football. You're not gonna be really pushing yourself and testing yourself. So yeah,
Mm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess I can understand that. I think to borrow a basketball term, they're probably going to tank their season just so that they don't
yep,
qualify for the Conference League. They're not in any danger of relegation. Like, not going to get relegated at all. I do think that a team that's still playing a 37-year-old James Milner in any position whatsoever does not deserve to be in the
Yeah.
top top six. But I guess that's just me.